Welcome to talkSPORT Cricket. Jarrod Kimber and Bumble here for another super over. Well, take us through that last over, because obviously Joe Root, the whole thing was, can he get 100? And then it went a little bit silly. It went a little bit Bumble.
Well, it looked as if he got it away when he was 96, and it looked as if he got it through extra cover, just back with a square for 4. It's cut off by Jadeja. He gets 2, gets to 98, and then he gets a single. And is he going to take a 2? Is he not? Ben Stokes has got this groin injury. Jadeja feels the ball and beckons him, come on, go for 2. Joe Root then starts a little creep down the pitch. Jadeja then rolls the ball, come on, come for 2. Smiles all round. Ben Stokes is having none of it. He's at the non-striking end. He bats it back for 2. Joe Root's on 99.
Now, when did you start opening for England again? Because this got really slow. This is your kind of opening. What happened to all the baseball? Has it been paused?
That was Siraj, wasn't he? He tried to engage with Joe Root. Joe Root's not having it. He kept coming down the pitch and said, what about baseball? I want to see baseball. He's got the wrong one. Joe Root's not a baseballer. He's not a member. He hasn't paid his subscriptions. He doesn't belong to the baseball membership. So Siraj is trying to get him to play. I thought Root has played brilliantly today. Real responsible innings. He's got England into a decent position.
It was a tough wicket, right? Like the ball wasn't always coming on. There was a little bit of bounce at the other end. But at the same time, you know, it wasn't as if England was batting fluently either.
No, it's not been the easiest pitch, but from what we've seen today is that there are 2 different ends. If you're bowling into the pavilion end, it's the end to be. You get into that end because we've seen the ball spin and bounce from Jadeja, and the quicker bowlers have got it through with a little bit of bounce also. So this is the end. The nursery end is the end to bowl from. It seems quite flat, bowling from that pavilion end. And so I'm looking at England's bowlers. I should think that Stokes and Walks would want to bowl at this end, the nursery end, and the quicker bowlers would want the ground set, that will want the pavilion end. They might have to turn round.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, I mean, I would assume we're not going to see Stokes bowl in this test match. I mean, his groin was really bad. We had several delays. I know that didn't bother you at all, those delays. You took them really, really well. You were comfortable and happy with all of them. But we had lots of delays. There's a big chance he's not going to bowl in this test match, and maybe not in the next one.
Well, he's obviously got a problem because he stopped the game for about 10 minutes and had treatment and tablets. And then he got into Ranatunga mode, where he's just walking singles, just walking up the pitch to take his singles. It'll be a real frustration to him because I think that he looks fabulous as a bowler for England at the minute. If he's anything like what we've seen here, he isn't going to bowl.
To be fair, I thought this was the one innings where he looked a lot more comfortable than, except when his groin didn't look comfortable. It was the one innings where he looked a little bit more comfortable with batting. We keep saying he needs to face as many balls as possible, play himself in. Maybe that the innings that he played last week at Edgbaston has actually helped him just feel a little bit more confident at the crease, because his batting wasn't his issue today. Running between the wickets was.
Well, the discussion that we had during commentary is if you're a batter, bat. You can't keep having time off. You've got to get into the rhythm of batting. You've got to get into that mindset of you only get one chance. It's no use having net after net after net because you're just hitting the ball. Get into a game situation where you accept responsibility, and he's done that today. How's he done that? Because he's survived at the crease and they built a partnership. It's old school. We've all done it. Your coaches will tell you, build partnerships and it gets much easier.
Now, you have been very, very harsh on delays in cricket for a long period of time now. Do we blame the 4th umpire here? Is it his fault? Does anyone know who the 4th umpire is?
Well, I do. He's kith and kin. It's my eldest lad and he's taking it all in. It's his first time. He's just got on this international panel. So he's 4th umpire today, and he's been trying to usher people off the pitch. And I know that Atherton and Broad have given him a real hard time. They've gone right into him. And then he's been responsible for bringing the balls out to the umpire. And he's not done it very quickly.
That was the slowest walk I've ever seen.
I've never seen anything like it. No breakfast for him.
Yeah, the Lloyd family WhatsApp is going to be terrible tomorrow. India, the ball's moving around quite a bit early on. It was swinging a long way, there was seaming and everything else. I don't think India really took advantage of the conditions as well as they could have. I know a lot of it was England playing and missing by big distances, but I think they'll look back and be like, maybe we didn't quite get that right.
I thought they were okay, and you need a little bit of luck as batters. The opening pair left pretty quickly, and then you got this partnership going between Pope, and that was quite a desperate innings from Pope, but Root was very assured. I suppose that if they looked at their bowling effort, India, we could have been better than we were, but I'd still give them a 7.5 out of 10. They beat the bat. And you can find the edge, but they were beating the bat by 6 inches.
And I suppose at that stage, do you question if they were bowling a little bit too short? I didn't feel they were bowling too short. I just felt there was the one that Bumrah bowled to Zach Crawley when it hit him on the pads, where Zach Crawley, there was no way he was ever going to hit that, and it couldn't hit the stumps. It was swinging too far.
Yeah, now there's that word, swing. We don't often look at the day today. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful day, and suddenly it starts swinging. The Duke ball is swinging out and in. If it's only going one way, you can sort of line that up. But Deep's bowling it both ways, and I thought they bowled intelligently. They could have had a bit more luck.
Just on Zach Crawley, obviously he's been under the gun for a little while. That was a bizarre start to an innings, Bumble. He was coming down the wicket, he was getting lost and everything. It really was. He ended up going out to a peach from Nitesh Kumar, who bowled a beautiful ball, but it wasn't really an ideal innings from Zach Crawley again. No,
it was skittish. You know, it's a lad who's searching for form, he's searching for time at the crease, he's searching for runs. And, you know, I think it's quite an ordeal when the spotlight is on you so much. And Ben Duckett, who's been such a player for England, has gone cheaply. So both of them had gone pretty cheaply. And we just talked about Pope, and it was a desperate innings. And so it needed that assurity from Joe Root to come in and play properly. He played a test match innings.
Nitesh Kumar Reddy was swinging it around, as we said, and he bowled really well today. If he can bowl like that for India, even if it's just in conditions like New Zealand and South Africa and England, that's a really good player because he can bat in the top 6. There's no issue there. That was a really good little spell that he bowled.
Well, he's a genuine all-rounder, and if it's swinging, and it's swinging both ways, you don't have to be rapid. He's 80 miles an hour tops, and if you get the ball swinging, and you're not swinging it early, not swinging it from the arm. If you're swinging it in its last third of travel, you're going to disturb batters, and that's what he's done.
It was a very good effort from him today. It's incredible to see Jasprit Bumrah beating the bat over and over again, and Nitesh Kumar Reddy coming in and nibbling the ball away. Last question, quick as possible. Who's in front?
England. I think England will be really satisfied with what they've done today.
251 for 4. The wicket's a little bit weird, but Baz Ball was paused today. But we'll see you again here on talkSPORT Cricket tomorrow.